This is my home. I want to help heal my home. I want to give Newfoundlanders the healthcare that they deserve. I'm Erin Woolridge. I'm from St. John's, born and raised. I'm a naturopathic doctor. I'm currently set up on Water Street. I'm above the Natural Vibe. It's a supplement store. We're currently in the old Rocket building. I studied naturopathic medicine at the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine in Toronto. And I was there for about 7-8 years. Was supposed to actually do a residency in Halifax when I graduated. But just the way that things happened with COVID, I actually came home for 2 weeks in March 2020 to flatten the curve. And I just never really left after that. So I kind of chose naturopathic medicine. I guess when I was 22, I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And my doctor told me it didn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter what kind of activity you get into. You're kind of always going to be this sick. And I was really sick, so this kind of felt like a death sentence. I didn't really realize it at the time that I got sick, but there's this whole other system of medicine that doesn't rely on pharmaceuticals, but relies on stimulating the body's ability to heal itself by using things that are in our grocery store, things that are in our backyard. I had spent 10 years away from my friends, my family, the fresh ocean air, everything that I felt reconnecting with in 2020 that made me human again. When I came back to Newfoundland, it was just like, I don't know how I lived 10 years without the ocean. Like, how did I do it? No, man, I can't leave again. How can you expect me to just like pack up and leave? Like, I'm an island girl. Toronto was Toronto, and I had an amazing time. I ended up making great friends, great connections, but at the end of the day, it wasn't my home. This is my home. This is where I'm meant to be. And so my experience with the medical system here showed me so much that like we deserve so much better. And then I was here very temporary. I was living in my parents' basement. I had barely unpacked my suitcase for almost 10 months. So like, I don't know, I'm gonna go to Halifax at some point. And it just kept getting delayed, and it never happened, and it never happened. And then, people would be opening up to me about their healthcare concerns and be like, oh, I'm struggling to find a family doctor, or I have this condition and I know it's lifestyle related, but I just don't have the tools to fix it. And then I just kind of started noticing more and more that I have a duty. I have this information. I have this gift that I can use this knowledge that I have and energetically, intelligently, like across so many spectrums to be able to heal people. And this is my home. I want to help heal my home. I want to give Newfoundlanders the healthcare that they deserve. I was told I was never, ever, ever going to be healthy. I wasn't going to be well, that I was always going to be sick. Just really want to come back and create that option to show us that, it is possible. I'm living proof it's possible. Naturopathic medicine is a complementary alternative form of medicine, basically that takes the whole person into account. We're looking at health not just from a physiological standpoint, but we're looking at it from like a mental, emotional, from a spiritual standpoint, the way that we're living our lives now. And I think, the pandemic has taught us an incredible lesson. Suddenly I was being forced to slow down and to take my time, and then realizing that around like May, June of 2020 was just the mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, the healthiest I've ever been in my life. And so really taking that into account when people come in, like, what's happening? What's going on up here that is intimately affecting your physiology? We don't realize that our brains take up 20% of our daily metabolic activity inside our bodies. So what is happening on this level, deeply, intimately affects what's happening to our physiology, what's happening to our bodies. It's how we experience the world physically. And so really, really using that to take into account with my patients and like get a whole picture of their health, like what's triggering it. It's beyond just diet, it's beyond lifestyle, it's beyond the medications that they're taking, but it's also about how they're, experiencing everything around them.